in the other collection, but there's something special about that.
It's like sheet metal.
It is. I don't know where it is, but no, I love it.
I love it too. Do not adjust your sets. It's very bright, it's very reflective, but if you want to go for gold and silver, that will be just under £26 for the two, and you'll have 50 sheets then. 793021, another £7 saving. I would expect like just a couple of quid off, but no, £7 off of something that's normally £19.95. It's about a third of the price off, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Now, what about bronze? If you love your golds, maybe you love your bronzes as well. This is one of the most unusual cards of all. Look at this.
Depending on which way you hold this card, one way it looks bronze, the other side it looks green. It's got that really beautiful shine on there.
It's like an olivey brown.
It is, yeah, and this is very much my colourway. You know, very vintage. If I'm doing memory books, you know, I always have to steer away from the vintage because that's all I would use.
But this is your bronze, but there are hints of copper in there as well. There you've got your lattice. This looks quilted, doesn't it?
It does. It's beautiful.
Really lovely stuff. Then we've got the embossed floral, again, in that lovely, rich chocolate brown. And then this one is almost like black gold. Really is beautiful. Again, lots of texture on there too. It looks like almost like a brass etching, doesn't it?
Yeah, but once again, bring your alcohol pens in, colour the flowers, give it a total different aspect.
You get 5 of each. You get 25 sheets in total. Again, another £7 saving off this. 906448, just £12.95. Now, if you don't necessarily want etching or embossing, maybe you want glitter. Am I going to get covered again?
No, you're not. No. Right, so this is Tonic's glitter card. Now, you know you can buy encapsulated glitter card and there's no shed. This is not encapsulated, but there's very little shed.
I'm glad to hear.
So, in a normal world, you would say it's encapsulated, but look.
Hardly any comes off at all.
There's hardly any come off there, yeah?
Our eagle-eyed director, Chris, saw one tiny little speck.
And believe you me, he picks every little bit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's what I'm here for, darling.
Look at the colours, though. 5 sheets of each of these colours. That is bubblegum pink. This is the fairy tale collection, we're calling it. You can see that lovely, rich purple. You've got that vibrant electric blue. Love the teal. And it's almost like an A-B glitter because there are other colours in that teal as well. I can see yellows and hints of blue in there. And then you get a light pink, like a candy floss pink. So this is the I think unicorns when I see these colours.
Absolutely, absolutely. Somebody outside the studio door as well has spilled a load of sequins. I don't know whether you've seen it.
What?
A load of sequins.
Oh, yeah.
And it just looks like a unicorn's been sat there. But all this is beautiful cardstock. And believe it or not, it die cuts like a dream. So if you want to make your die cuts in this, go ahead, you know, it does cut beautifully. Well,
this is 25 sheets again, another great saving, £5 off. They should be £24.95 for the 25 sheets, so £1 a sheet. You're getting them for $19.95 this afternoon. 147148 if you want that. Then we've got the glitz and the glamour in the...
This is Hollywood, darling, Hollywood. We call it glamour, but no, to me this is Hollywood.
It is. It's the awards, isn't it? You've got your gold, you've got your silver, you've got that wonderful bright red. The white is just amazing, and the drama of the black. That looks like a million fireflies, doesn't it?
I want a car done like that.
What, in black?
Can you imagine a car in
black
that?
Glitter.
It'd be absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colours, 5 sheets of each, $19.95, working out to well under £1 a sheet, about 80p a sheet. For a quality glitter card like this, that's exceptional value. 825397, minimal shed. Again, remember, this has got a texture to it, but you can die cut it easily and all sorts. So there we are. That's the second set of your glitter card. Now, what about when it comes to 12 by 12? Now, not everybody is a 12 by 12 paper fan or card fan.
I'm a 12 by 12 girl.
Think about it. If you're not, cut it into 4. You've then got 4 6 by 6s.
And that's why I'm a 12 by 12 girl.
Yep.
I get a lot more usage out of my cardstock when I'm using a 12 by 12 because like Dave says, I'd say 95% of the cards that I make are square.
Yeah.
So I do get a lot more usage out of this. Now you've got all your greens, you've got all your blues in there, from your pistachio green to your olive green to your teals, your royal blues and everything else. Now this is craft perfect.
Yeah.
Now this is a 216 GSM. So the only thing it's not good for is your card blanks.
Right.
That's simply because it's too light.
Okay.
But everything else you can do. You can stamp on it, you can stain it, you can ink it, you can die cut it. You can do everything with this.
Now, I was going to say, if you've already got Craft Perfect at home, you'll know you've got this lovely textured surface to it as well, like a linen fluid, isn't it?
And if you are an electronic die cutting fan, this loves your machines.
Ah, great.
Okay.
Yep.
So it will go through all the electronic die cutting machines as well with no problem whatsoever.
And also that you could make them into 4 3-inch strips if you wanted to do that, or 3 4-inch strips, and 4 6x6s, or just leave them as 12x12. It's up to you. But really versatile, like Jodie said. £16.99. Look at the saving there. £3 off. 10 different colours, 5 of each. You get 50 sheets. Or if you're going to cut that into 6x6, you can have 200 6x6 card blanks. 378035, it's only 33p a sheet, but if you're cutting it into 6x6, it makes it less than 10p a sheet
It
for
does.
the 6x6.
Now, a lot of people say, how do you store your 12x12s? I store them in the bags that they come in.
Yeah, because they're resealable, aren't
Because literally, I take the top, I unwrap it, and then I fold it back in on itself. Yeah. So that then is a pouch. And I also use this to put my bits back in.
Yeah.
Where my other cardstock, I tend to put in my bit box. And then I never get to use my bit box because I just get frustrated looking for the colour I want. But with this, all my bits are still in the front.
Well, they come in packs of 5. Okay, so you're going to get 10 packs, all cellophane wrapped.
Yeah.
So, like Jodie said, you can open and close. The little flap there is resealable, or you can fold it in on itself just to make the pouch up to you. But £16.99. We're moving on now to our, those are the greens and blues. Let's move on to what we're calling sunset, which is, as you can see here, every shade. This is my type of colour palette. This to me is summer, it's warmth, it's cheery.
It's happy.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 colours, 10 of each. 216 GSM again as well with Craft Perfect, £16.99, but look at these colours. You've got sunrise and sunset, you've got burnt orange, absolutely stunning. And there you can see the texture really well at just £16.99, £3 off the price. Again, you can cut them into strips, you can cut them into quarters, so they're 6x6, or leave them as whole 12x12, it's up to you. 842880, your item number. We've then got, if you prefer your pinks and your reds, then we've got purples as well in this particular collection. So this is your purples and pinks, 216 GSM again at £16.99, 50 sheets and 10 packs of 5.
Yeah, these are all your girly colours. If you've got a granddaughter maybe, or you've got the children coming, you know, what a lovely collection, yeah? You've got all your princess colours in there.
I'd be tempted.
Oh, with that, it'd be beautiful, wouldn't it?
I would be tempted to go for the glitter card in the similar colourways, because if you have, if you're thinking about putting that into your order, look, that's going to work well, isn't it? That's on the bottom of the screen.
How amazing would that be?
Yeah. Fairy tale glitter card on the bottom of the screen.
Every princess's dream.
And then the Craft Perfect to go with it, £16.99, because all the colours coordinate.
They do. So from where we started with the speciality cardstock, all the way down, you will find a corresponding Nouveau product. So for instance, we've got berry red here. You'll find a Nouveau drop, berry red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you will find a mousse to match. So there's literally a mousse, there will be sprays to match everything soon.
So grab your paper deal, but also at the same time while you're there, check out the things that coordinate on the website under the Tonic brand.
Absolutely.
Good. Okay, now on to A4 then, if that's more your cup of tea rather than 12x12. We still have got the pinks and the purples in the A4. That will again work with the glitter card I showed you a few minutes ago. Now hang on a minute, this is 100 sheets of A4. Again, it's 216 GSM, 20 of each colour this time for £21.99, a £3 reduction.
It's absolutely brilliant. You know, and it all comes individually packed. So your A4 comes in packs of 10.
Yep.
Okay, so you're not having to break open everything. It's all individual. So it's
keep it dust-free and mess-free. If you've got an inquisitive cat that always kind of clambers over when you're working on your desk, you can peel that off and then, of course, fold that over to create that pouch if you want to. So there we go, £21.99 gets you 100 sheets, and they come in packs of 10. 130100 is your item number there. Maybe you'd like to go for that with maybe the 12x12 to coordinate, or the glitter card to go with it as well. Only £21.99. Same as with the 12x12, we've also got it available in orange and yellow as well, which is just here, so 100 sheets of this.
This is happy.
Happy.
I find it very hard to work with yellow. Yeah, but in here we have got all those yellow hues, so it's very easy to put a couple of colours together. Now, just by adding a black background in there, oh my word, it pops like you've never known. And
you've got mustard, which is a really fashionable colour at the moment. You've got sunset, sunrise. every type of yellow, and that to me is just puts a smile on my face. That's my favourite colour. I'd like a car in that colour one day.
What, in yellow?
Yeah, like our boss's car.
You'll be able to see him coming a mile off.
Yeah, our boss's car is yellow.
I did see an orange-coloured car, and I jokingly said to my son, I need that car. He's like, no, Mum, you look like you've been tangoed.
Tonic orange. There we are, look, and it's delivered to your door if you are a Freedom Club member without any P&P. Now, that will be probably £4 or £5 if you went to a post office to actually send this in the post, because it's weighty and it's quite big. You're going to get it today for £21.99 delivered if you're a Freedom member. 230317 is your item number there. Now, also, we've got neutrals. So if you're looking for kind of earth tones and naturals, you're loving your whites and your blacks, your browns, your beiges and your greys. These are stunning. Brilliant for matting and layering.
This is my colour combination. If you look in my wardrobe at home, that's my clothes, and then a section of orange.
Yeah. Just for work.
It's
true.
Yeah, the browns, the creams, the greys, the beiges. You've got that whole configuration in there. Absolutely amazing.
I think most of my wardrobe is black and grey, apart from my shirts.
Yeah.
All my trousers are black and grey.
Oh,
and blue.
literally black, 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 brown, brown, cream.
So if you want these, again, 100 sheets, 216 GSM, 10 of, is it 10 of each? In each pack? 20. 20 of each in each pack. Now, I've got to let you know something. Something coming up in the next hour at 3 o'clock.
I'm so distracted,
show.
I'm sorry.
Nick is going to be here. You are totally distracted because we've got felting coming up. And this is felting to the next level. I've never seen anything quite like it. This is just going to give you a heads up as the sort of thing you can do in the next hour. How cool is that, dog? And that's done with felting, that traditional technique of just kind of using the tool.
Just look at it.
You can make robins, you can make little blue tips, you can make little bumblebees, all coming up in the next hour. This is your new hobby of choice, isn't it?
This is going to be what you want to see. He's got hairs, and the hairs are absolutely amazing. I've got to have a play with that.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
That's coming up at 3 o'clock, so do not miss that. If you're interested, stick around. It's going to be a great show. Right, next we've got our pearlescent card. Now, the way that light's hitting that is actually really cool because you can see it's got a lovely shimmer to it. It's perfectly smooth. It's not, you know, scratchy or rough or anything like that. Perfectly smooth texture. $16.99 for the pearlescent autumnal collection. 50 sheets of A4. Again, you've got golds and you've got actually a nice combination of colours.
It is, but what is important about this one is it's double-sided.
Oh.
So when you're making your card blanks, for example, the inside is going to be as good as the outside of your card. Equally so, if you are die cutting them and you're placing them on an aperture, the back of your die cut will be as nice as the front.
Now this one and this one, you're going to get 10 sheets of each. The rest of the colours that you're going to get there, you'll get 5 of each. A total of 50 sheets. And look at the rich, beautiful browns. Again, it does look like metal, doesn't it? When it hits the light. You've got salmon pinks in there as well, dark browns and chocolates and coppers. Beautiful. So the pearlescent card, if you fancy that, rather than mirrored card for a change, it's only $16.99 as well, so really good value. So 10 of those, and then 5 of all the other colours. Then down the end here, we've got our mirrored card at the end. Yeah. But it's not a shiny mirror, is it?
There is. There's satin board in there as well as gloss in there.
Oh, you get both?
You get both, which is really, really important to me because look how they will work together. So if I just bring those closer up, can you see how the satin board works beautifully with the mirror bowl? So it gives you a completely different matte and layer.
Matte and layer those together.
Yeah, fantastic. When normally you wouldn't put a cream and a cream together as a matte and layer, would you?
No.
But with these, but in the blue and the blue, one's a satin, one's a gloss, it gives you that real big differential.
Well, if I just kind of put them side by side so you can see, yeah, you're getting a total of 50 sheets.
You are. You're getting this twice over.
This twice over, right, okay, wow. So really lovely colours, gorgeous quality cardstock, $16.99, £3 off for a limited period only. These prices will not stay this low. They will eventually go back up, so if you'd like to stock up today, now's a good time to do it. 999704, you can really see those colours very easily. But wow, 50 sheets for that price, bargain. Then we also have our Christmas colours, but you know, gold.
Forget Christmas.
Yeah, gold and red and green is not just Christmas.
It's not. You've got 2 different golds in there. You've got your honey gold in there, and I can't remember what the other one's called. Honey gold and
pearl.
Gold pearl. But you've also got that beautiful red in there, and that's also a satin board. But I have to say, there's something rather special about the red satin board. I'm going to pull it out because it's the only way that I can do it.
It's called Scarlet Organza.
Look at this. It actually looks and feels like velvet.
Valentine's.
Yeah. It is beautiful. It's one of the most luxurious cards that I think I've ever seen.
It's a very sexy colour.
It is. It's beautiful. It's absolutely elegant.
Only $16.99 then, and this is another 50-sheet offer. 250 GSM, so you can construct with these if you want to, make boxes out of them too if you want to do that, and card blanks you can make
absolutely.
out of them too. 868-188, £3 off if you're quick. Okay, now some other savings we've got for you in the show as well. What about our tonic strip dies? Let's have a little look at these. Now these are, again, a brilliant reduction, down from £55.96 to just £49.96, and on 2 flexes as well, so you can have those today for £24.98 and then £24.98 in 4 weeks' time. Look at that feather. The detail in that feather is superb, and you've got a cutting edge, which means you can keep it in the cardstock or take it out of the cardstock if you want to. Now we've got some other banner dies for you, which we can remind you of. Let's show you these. And these come with stamps which obviously stamp out words onto the banners. Congrats. Congratulations, here's to you. £12.97. £26 off what they should be. They should be around about £12 each, roughly. £12.99 each, I think. But you're getting them today, all of them, for the price of one. £12.97, 040 139. And we've also got some kaleidoscope panels as well. Now, these were busy in the last hour. Look at the saving on these, £26 off. These are the panels that will make the sides of your octagons or your hexagon boxes. You're going to get the tall, the medium, and the slightly shorter versions of those panels as well. You've got the outside cutting edges, but you've got the decorative panels as well. You will need, of course, your tops and your bottoms if you want to make them into boxes, and they're on the website if you want to check those out. But 372431, your item number.
I've got my friend.
Hello, mate.
Oh, I'll tell you something.
This is felted.
This is felted.
Wow.
He is absolutely, honestly, look at him.
Isn't he great?
What an amazing, look, he said, hello there, you're talking to me.
He looks so real.
He does.
Now, if you want to make him or something along these lines, how to do it is being demonstrated in the next hour. And we've got some kits as well. Nick's not been on before. The felting show's not been on before. But if you fancy doing that...
Felt and dandy.
Jodie's new thing.
Oh, I'll tell you, I'm going to be obsessed.
What would you make first?
I think that blue tit.
Would you?
And then I think I'm going to progress onto that hair. Because that hair I need for my sideboard.
Yes. Yes, and you can actually make hairs, and we'll show you how to do that, I think, in the next show as well. He's gorgeous.
Oh, he's gorgeous, right. Let's get back to tools. Right, can we give him a name? What's his name? Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Right, so Frenchie's going to sit there and keep us happy.
Yeah.
So we have got our Tim Holtz tool.
See how much they charge
I
for
know,
Frenchie?
I know.
It's 250 quid if you buy Frenchie. You can make him for next to nothing.
Good boy. You just sit there, Frenchie. So these are our Tim Holtz tools.
Right.
Okay. Now you know that Tonic Studios make the most amazing cutting art items. That's what they specialise in. They specialise in the cut. So in this collection, you've got your large scissors. You've got your medium.
These are the two I've got at home. I swear by them. They're brilliant.
They are. And then you've got your little snips as well. Now, one of the bonuses about the Tim Holtz scissors, they all come with their own little sheaths on there. So when you're putting it in your craft bag, it's not going to pierce through the bottom.
Good.
The other thing is there's a serrated blade on them all, which is absolutely brilliant because it grabs hold of your card.
It does.
But also, if you are cutting ribbon, there's nothing worse than trying to cut a ribbon on a slant and your scissors slide in.
Can I
Please
just
don't.
let you know that price you saw is wrong. It's going to be lower than that. Okay, we're updating it now for you. So if you're thinking, oh, I like the look of those, but oh, I can't run to 50 quid, stick around. We're going to put the right price up on the screen for you. So we'll do that right now or in a second or so.
So they're your scissors, but one of the biggest point of differences with Tim Holtz scissors is the handles.
Yes.
The handles are squidgy, okay? So if you like, so these ones are solid handles, okay? So if I use those a lot, I end up with a divot in my thumb.
Right.
With a Tim Holtz scissors.
This is more like it. £10 off. $39.95.
Can you see how that bends?
Yes.
Yeah? They're really, really easy to use.
Joe, what I'd be tempted to do if I wanted these scissors, which if you haven't got them, you need them in your life, believe me, they are brilliant. Maybe go for these and then go for a couple of packs of card, and then you can open a flexi. You can spread that £60 purchase over 2 payments then.
Yeah, but the bonus with the scissors, they do cut right to the very end of your cardstock.
Yep.
Okay, so let's just pull some, I've got some there. Let's just show you. So even the large ones, all the way to the very end.
Tell you what, these were a godsend, wrapping up Christmas presents a few weeks ago. They were just genius.
I know, well those ones there, these ones, at home I use them for wire work, when I'm using wire. My dad uses them to strip the flex before he puts the plug on.
Right.
But when my daughter moved into a house, there was a certain bush growing into the window frame. We didn't have any secateurs. Straight into my craft kit, got these out, and we literally trimmed the whole of the bush down with these.
Wow.
You know, they are really, really good scissors.
We just keep those two in the kitchen cupboard, and whenever we need any type of scissor, we just reach for those, and they always do the job brilliantly well. I mean, I didn't even, with the wrapping paper, I was just doing that.
Yeah.
That's all I had to do. I didn't even have to...
yeah. But you know I will not be without my craft pick. This is my desert island tool. It goes everywhere with me. So obviously mine looks like a dirty state and is in burgundy, but the new ones are in black. Okay, so 8 different settings on there. Why do you need the 8 different settings? Because you can get deeper holes. Right. So for instance, if you have it on setting 1 and go through your cardstock, you can perforate your cardstock, but you'll only get a small hole. Yep. If you push it up to maybe 2 or 3, make sure you've got a mat underneath and push that all the way down to the hilt, and you'll get a larger hole, so you can do your faux stitching. Because
the barrel of the point gets wider, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. And if you go all the way down to the biggest setting, that's when you're going to use it to curl your flowers, your cardstock, and everything else. But it's a good round tool for picking things up as well, unblocking little pots, loads of different ways of using that.
And I love the fact you can retract it, so from a safety point of view, you're not going to stab yourself by mistake.
Absolutely safety. But then in the collection, you're also getting what is known as the thread cutter. Right. But it's also a paper distresser. Now, right in these very tips here, you've got a little blade. Can you see that little blade in there? And it's the easiest way to distress your paper. Until you've actually tried using one of these versus your scissors, you'll think, why didn't I buy it beforehand? You know, when you're doing your scissors and you're going down the edge and you slip and you cut yourself and it paper tears across the middle. Not with these.
This has been developed for this purpose only, so you're going to get a great result.
So look how easy that is. Now what it actually does, and I'll show you in a minute, it actually bends the card up and over. Right. You see how that's coming into the middle? So when you go in and you stain that, it gives you that lovely dark edge, but with that really vintagey feel.
So do bear in mind, we've got at the moment £10 off this. There's no reason to have a discount on this because they are bestsellers at the full price and they're worth every penny of the full price. You're going to get all 3 of the Tim Holtz scissors, you're going to get the pokey tool, remember, and you're also going to get the distress disc as well for just $39.95. Now that's not on Flexi at the moment, is it? No, that's not on Flexi, but if you want to put a couple of packs of cardstock into your order, make it up to just over £60, you can then spread the cost of that into 2 payments if you'd rather do that. £30 today, £30 in 4 weeks' time. Just a thought, but it's 970954 if you would like those scissors. And then we got the funky glue. We did the earlier show with the other glue, but we didn't touch on the funky.
But this one is my glue of preference. Right. Why? Because I can roll it and I can flick it and I can pull it off.
You can fiddle with it.
I get satisfaction from it, okay? But also, I can do everything with this. I can use it on my MDF. It sticks my MDF together. I can use it on my flowers. I can use it on my paper crafts. I can use it on my fabric. I can use it on everything. Now, when you get this...
These just $9.99 for 5?
Yes.
Blimey. £2 a tube?
Absolutely. Now, when you get this, I can't guarantee whether it's going to be the green one you get or whether it's going to be the orange one you get.
Glue.
It's exactly the same glue. They've just changed the packaging. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, if you've never used one of these before, if I take both ends off, you've got one end that's got a nib, you've got one end that's got a spreader.
Do you know what? I never knew that it was double-ended.
Well, for goodness sake, don't take both ends off and squeeze in the middle.
Go on.
Yeah, because it literally does come out of both ends. So just make sure that you've got one end on before you squeeze the glue pot. I'm talking from experience.
All the years I've worked with you, though, I've never realised that it had a
I think it's because I never use that end.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I only ever use that and I use my hand.
Well, if you want to get 5 of these today, only £2 each. And remember, the P&P only applies if you're not a Freedom Club member. Otherwise, it's £2.95 postage. 673-986, £9.99 for a set of 5, as endorsed by Jodie, her glue of choice. And we've also got another adhesive bundle to show you. This is the Glue and Tape Runner Essential Bundle. And this is coming up on the screen now at £9.99 as well. So if you want a little bit of everything, this is the one to go for.
I think, you know, everybody questions what glues they should use. Everybody questions, I'm not getting what results you get. You always find your own glue of preference. You always find it, yeah? Now, this is an ideal starting collection of tonic adhesives, so you can then decide which you prefer to use, okay? So you've got here, you've got your large pot of tacky, you've got your medium pot of tacky, you've got your 2 little sticks, we'll look at those in a minute. You've got your tape runner, you've also got a refill, and you've also got one of the funky pens as well. Now the reason I say we'll come back to those is these are brilliant, especially if you are crafting with the children, okay? Because if I take the lid off, the purple.
Oh.
Okay.
Wasn't expecting that.
And they do go on purple. Oh. And giving that a minute, you'll be able to see that that's starting to go clear.
Oh, right.
Already.
We're used to seeing like glues going on blue and then going clear, but this is a purple version.
This is a purple version, and it's literally going on, and it will go completely clear.
So you can see where you've been and where you haven't been at a glance, because normally when it's clear you can't really see.
Absolutely brilliant if you are short of sight as well, because you can see it a lot easier.
Good thinking.
Putting it on, but you can see how fast that is actually drying.
Is that a permanent adhesive then?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So you can use it for mounting pictures and scrapbooks, that sort of thing.
Absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you what it is good for as well is, you know, when you've taken your stamps off of your wooden blocks and you're wanting to put them onto an acrylic block, use that.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, fab. Not seen that before. So
Yeah,
you get
it's
2 of
quite
those, large and small, and it's gradually clearing, as you can see. You're going to get 2 tape runners, one big one and one smaller one, or are they? They're not the same, are they? Slightly different size.
No, it's a refill.
Oh, it's a refill for that.
It's a refill that goes inside there.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, that's the refill. Very easy to put in. Let's just.
You don't see tape runners often that are refillable.
No, let's take this one. So here we go. So you just. Oh, it's a long time since I've opened one of these. Let's have a look. There we go. One there, one in the middle. Right. Open it up like that. Just take that one out. Bung that one back in.
Refills in the future going forward.
Yeah. And it's all ready to go.
So the whole thing, only £9.99, and it's 131512. Lots of you dipping your toe in and trying all of these different adhesives out, maybe for the first time.
Yeah.
Now, we've also got a great deal on the Tim Holtz and Tonic Guillotine. Now, if you're going for the scissors, which I know lots of you already have today, the new branding and the new look is the black handle. And of course, it ties in nicely with the craft map that we had earlier on today as well.
Absolutely.
That's all black branding with Tim Holtz. And so is this. There's his signature at the top. But this was the first guillotine I ever used, actually. When it was orange.
This is every crafter's basic guillotine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we call it a 12-inch guillotine, but no, it's so much more. So if I go like that, take the handle out from the bottom as well, it then becomes a 12 by 12 because it extends all the way up to 12 by 12.
Right.
It's got the support arm, so it still supports your 12 by 12 cardstock. You've got the measurements top, middle and bottom on there, inches and centimetres. You've also got your grid system in the middle as well, which makes it a lot easier to be able to see. You've got your finger protector because, believe it or not, blades and fingers don't like each other.
Right.
So keep your fingers on there, and this is a non-slip area, so you're not going to slip. But that is also holding your cardstock in position, okay?
Keeps your fingers safe,
It
but
does.
grips your work.
So take your cardstock. Now, a lot of people say to me, I'm not getting a straight cut on the guillotine. Now, when I analyse what they're actually doing, and they show me what they're doing, they're measuring from the middle. Take your cardstock and use that butt edge there butt your card right up to the top. French is agreeing. Right up to the top. And that gives you the perfect straight
and that
edge.
is one of the most satisfying sounds in craft.
It is.
Because that blade is self-sharpening. Every time you use it, it's sharpening itself for the next cut.
But one of the biggest tests of a blade on a guillotine is not the size that you can cut, but how thin
Look at that.
you
That's
can
like a hair.
cut. Okay, because if the blade was up to no good, it would just bend the cardstock over. Yeah.
Now, what we were saying before about flexi, normally you've got to spend £60 to get a flexi. Sometimes we put flexi on items that are below £60, and that's what's happened with this. So we've got a discount of £9, we've got freedom discount on top of that already discounted price, and we're giving it to you on 2 flexis as well. So if you'd like to invest in a brand new guillotine today, all you pay if you're a freedom member is £18 today and £18 in 4 weeks' time. No P&P to pay, so it does make sense to become and join Freedom today if you'd like to go for that. 888 £6.97 for membership, he agrees, and yeah, then you'll get your extra discount and you won't pay the P&P either. So, Frenchie and friends coming up in the next hour just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's with Hayley and Nick. Now, the website's got everything listed, all these discount prices for all these fantastic combinations of cardstock. We will remind you of all the different options that we've got here with the cardstocks today. You've got lovely textures, lovely colours, you've got metallics, you've got the glitter card as well. It's all there at specially discounted prices. These are the times that you should stock up while we've got these discounts, because they won't always be there. So have a little look at what size you're after. You're a 12 by 12 or an A4 person, it's all there for you. But whenever we do shows and we just kind of fleetingly mention, oh, this cardstock's in stock or whatever, they always prove popular, but it's nice to have a whole hour dedicated to it.
It is. So this is your golden oldies. You've got all your different colours in there. You know, the colours, I have to say, are beautiful. Look at those.
Now, Francis has just emailed in asking what cardstock's the best to make boxes with. That's a good question.
So, personally, I would say you need a 240 GSM card to be able to make a basic box.
Right.
But if you are putting panels on your box, i.e. decorating the front with a matten layer, that's actually doubling the weight of your cardstock up.
Right.
Yeah. So you could actually use a 216 GSM with a matten layer on the front, because if that matten layer was, say, another 216, you'd have a 432 GSM there.
Well, this is only 10 GSM less than 240 that you recommend, so you could probably just get away with that.
Absolutely. You can use this. This is no problem. This makes beautiful, elegant boxes, especially if you're jewellery making.
Yes.
And making them into jewellery boxes. They're beautiful.
Now, Joan has emailed in as well to say that the Tonic roller pen, the roller adhesive pen, the tape pen, is the best that she's used. Thank you for that.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good news. I like the way it's refillable too.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing worse than running out.
No, exactly. So if you want that lovely luxury gold cardstock with all those different textures, it's called Golden Age. It's there for you, £12.95, £7 off from £19.95. Now, the blue version of a similar sort of idea, it's not exactly the same as the gold. It's slightly different in that you've got, this is the blue haze. You do have that kind of leather look to one of the sheets there, which I love. It's really textured.
It reminds me of crunched up tinfoil.
Yep. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that sort of texture. But all these different designs that you're seeing in the blues, why not bring your alcohol pens in and give them a little colour? It's going to bring more of the detail out. Say, for instance, on the flowers, you could bring in a colour the leaves in, and it's going to give it more depth as well.
But as the light hits it, the whole pattern changes.
It's gorgeous.
It's like ice on a window or on a windscreen of a car or something like that. Really
I was saying to Leonie in the 10 o'clock show, in 2 weeks' time, you're going to be wanting these colours.
Yes. For why?
Not telling you.
Watch this space. But something's coming up exciting from Tonic that these colours are going to be perfect for. So that is £12.95 if you would like those. That's another £7 saving. So if you go for the gold and the blue, you're saving yourself 14 quid on the deal. And hopefully, if you're a Freedom member, you obviously don't pay P&P. Right, now, the silver version, Silver and Pearl, this is called. There's Jodie's favourite.
It is.
I love it.
I don't know what it is, but honestly, there's something really, really special about that.
It is gorgeous. It's got almost like a bark-like texture, but it's so shiny. Really lovely and eye-catching and different too. This next one, this has got a slight emboss on it. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. Yeah, you can see that quite nicely. But look at the luxury sheen on it.
Yeah, it's like a little paisley into it. It's lovely.
Then you've got your quilting, which is almost like a light grey come silver. almost fabric-like.
It is.
Then you've got your silver flowers, the roses. Again, they could be coloured in with your pens. And then we've got this one, which is like a very well-known designer bag company
Yeah,
brand,
I love
isn't it?
Absolutely adore it. As I say, with seashell Nouveau drops on there, it takes it to the next level.
Well, you're getting 5 of each of these speciality cards, £12.95, £7 off, 793021. And another little quick look at the bronze as well. If you love your browns and your coppers and your bronzes, this is going to be one that you'll want to put into the basket. This is probably the most unusual card of all of them, I think, that one.
It is.
Because you look at it in one angle, you see green. Look at it in another angle, you see dark brown. Like mint chocolate.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
Now you're talking, girl.
People will be, if you're using it on your card making, people will be intrigued, and using it in your box making as well.
It
People
looks
go, wow.
absolutely beautiful if you use it on your front cover of your memory book as well.
Right.
If you're doing a vintage book, it looks spectacular.
I can imagine. Now, we are busy on the phones. If you could use the website to avoid the queues, we'd be grateful. Otherwise, you'll be in a queue for a little while. This has got a lovely, almost like a bronze finish to it, as you can see here, with, again, embossed flowers. Next one is slightly lighter. Again, a quilted pattern on that. There we go, look. Nice and bright. Then that's like a champagne colour. Then we have this one, which is, again, kind of a bronzy hue. And then the last one is almost like black meets gold.
It is, isn't it?
It's
It's
rubbing,
lovely.
maybe.
Looks really pretty.
Really different. And you can maybe cut some of these flowers out if you wanted to. £12.95 the price, £7 off. That is your speciality bronze card collection, and that's the £7 saving. 906448, your item number. Now, the glitter cards. We all love a bit of sparkle. This is fairy tale. Think of unicorn, think of fairies, think of everything kind of whimsical
I think just
and
having
myth
that
and magic.
little bit of sparkle really lifts things, doesn't it? Gives it that little bit of point of interest as well. Maybe it's just a strip going down the side of your card with a piece of ribbon over the top.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now, this is 250 GSM, so you can make glitter boxes if you want to out of this, no problem at all. You get 25 sheets, so 5 of each again. But if unicorns and everything along those lines is your thing at the moment, maybe your kids are into it, they'll love these colours. 80 pence a sheet, and this is, we're not going to say it's non-shed, because a little bit may come off, but not very much.
Not very much at all, and it die cuts like a dream. You know, normally when you cut say a mirror card or a glitter card with a die, you get like little whispery hairs. Not in this instance. It goes straight through.
Wonderful colours, bright, cheerful, and very, very good quality. £19.95, £5 off. That's for 25 sheets. Now, the glitz and glamour, right up your street.
Oh, I love this colour. There's just something really classy about, you know, the black and the red. You know, when instantly look at it, you've got your black dress, you've got your take me home slippers.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, the Dorothy slippers. Yeah, you've got your white glitter in there, and then of course you've got your amazing gold and silver, and it's not a harsh gold.
No, it's a very classy
it's
gold.
Really
it's almost a rose
classy.
gold,
it
actually.
It's
not
beautiful. It's lovely.
Beautiful. So £19.95 for that then. Another £5 saving on this one for 25 sheets, 250 GSM. If you've never tried Tonic glitter card before, give us a call for it. Remember, all of the cardstock, no matter what you buy, comes beautifully wrapped. You can use the cellophane wrapping as a sleeve to protect your card if you're not using it all in one go, which probably you won't be. Right, 12 by 12, the green and blues.
I am a 12 by 12 girl. If you look at pictures of my office, look right next to my die storage on the left-hand side, and you'll see shelves and shelves of 12 by 12.
Well, I just think, and you probably agree with me, that you get so much more out of a 12 by 12 piece rather than, I mean, A4's great, but to get 12 by 12, you've got 4 6 by 6s if you quarter them. Yeah. You've got 3-inch or 4-inch strips, which you can use with lots of your dies. So you're going to get an awful lot of cardstock out of it.
I tend to find I waste a lot of card with A4. Now, I try and save it. I put it in my my junk box. But I never go back in there to take any bits out because I can't find the colour. So I get frustrated and I just get a new sheet out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with my 12 by 12, I've literally got into the habit of when I open the packet, just folding that leading edge back in on itself and then using the card, and anything left I don't use, I put back in there.
Well, the thing is, if you've never tried 12 by 12 before, give it a go and see how you get on with it. And if you don't find what Jodie finds, then go back to A4 if you want to.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you'll find that you get an awful lot more out of your cardstock buying it like this. £16.99, and the fact it comes in cellophane wrappers, which you can store it in as well, is an added bonus. Then we go to the sunsets, which are, of course, the reds and the oranges and the yellows as well. beautiful warm tones here, 10 of each colour, and they do come in...
Yeah, this is not the colour from this. So in this one, you know, we've got spring coming, believe it or not. Don't feel like we've had winter yet.
No, not really.
Yeah, but we do have spring coming. So you've got your daffodils in there, you've got your tulips in there, you've got all those beautiful colours.
Beautiful. Okay, well, you're going to get, again, 50 sheets. 12 by 12, 216 GSM for $16.99. And that is, of course, what they call Craft Perfect, which you hear Jodie talk about an awful lot. And that's all got the linen finish to the front side of the cardstock, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then we've got the same in the pink and the purple. So every shade of those two colours you could possibly think of there. Really pretty, again, quite unicorny in the colours.
They are, and very fairy princessy colours.
Yeah.
So as Dave says, it does have a slight weave on one side as well. Maybe you want to bring in your pens that we had on the happy hour earlier on and put a little detail on bottom of the skirt, maybe. Make it into a ballerina skirt. Glitter it up, it looks completely different.
Totally. Well, yours for $16.99. 50 12 by 12 sheets, 216 GSM. And remember, if you are cutting them into 6 by 6s, you're going to get 200 of those for that price of $16.99. Use your guillotine to do that. Perfect results. Then, if A4 is your thing, if you're more A4 than anything else, we've got the same colourways in A4 in the purple and pink and also in the yellows coming up in a second as well. But there's the purple and the pink. You get a total of 100 sheets here.
It's amazing value.
It is amazing value.
And they're all packed in tens. Okay, so it's easy to store in say you can have 10 in the cupboard, 10 in use.
Yeah.
But they are all sealed exactly the same as the 12 by 12s.
Don't
so
cut the top off, which I did to start off with. Just open up the sealed bottom. It's got a reusable sticky strip on it, but what you tend to do is fold it in on itself.
I took it back in on itself, so it then becomes a pocket for me the remainder of my sheet.
And it keeps the dust away, it keeps the cat away and everything else.
$21.99.
Packs of 10, so you get 10 packs in total, 100 sheets for $21.99. £3 off if you order in the show. 130100. Same in orange and yellow then. There we go. There it is. Exactly the same offer. This is a lovely
very
combination.
bright and vibrant, isn't it? Think of all those daffodils and things like that. These are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
$21.99, £3 off. Packs of 10, 10 packs. And you get 5 different colours, 20 of each. 230317. We then go to the neutrals, which is probably one of the most versatile. Yeah, Jodie's wardrobe. That's what we should recall it. Rename it. Jodie's wardrobe colours. Blacks, whites, greys and browns. And cream in there as well.
You know, there's so many different ways with this. The oyster grey, I have to say, is one of my favourites.
Is that one there?
Yeah. The oyster grey there. It's beautiful. When you first look at it on its own, you think, is that a dirty white? But it's not until you slide... Oh, these are cream. It's not until you slide it in with a white, it really, really pops. It's a beautiful colour.
Well, they're there if you'd like them. $21.99 the price. 825174 is your item number there. £3 off at $21.99. Now, the pearlescents, we'll do those as well. The pearlescent here, this first one is a combination. It's a little bit of a mixture, really. You've got dark brown. You've got, it could be autumnal possibly with the mustard in there and green. You've got some pinks and purples in there as well. But if I just angle them in the light, that's what you're getting. A really upmarket luxury finish.
Now these are amazing for boxes, yeah, because when you make your boxes out of this, the inside of your box is just as nice as the outside of your box.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Double-sided, like you say. So 10 of each of these. That one's got 10 in it. This one's got 10 as well. And then the others are 5. It's 5 sheets of the brown, the gold, the purple, the pink, the dark chocolate and the copper. £16.99 for all 50 sheets, and that's 884592. Then we go to our mirrored and satin, because you're getting a bit of both here. And that, like you said, for matting and layering, looks amazing, having the shiny and then the slightly matte version of it. Look at those colours, though.
The colours are amazing. You've got that beautiful chocolate box purpling. And once again, the sheen on it, when you bend it, it does look like velvet.
Or sheet metal.
Yeah. It's just stunning. And, you know, put your embossing folders as well. It's beautiful with embossing folders.
You could almost hear the lightsaber effect, can't you?
Zoom, zoom.
Yeah. We did that in perfect symmetry.
It's because we've worked together for too long, mate.
We know each other inside out, don't we? So if you would like that, £16.99, £3 off, 999 704, 10 of each of them. And finally, down the end here, we're calling it Christmas, but it's green and red and gold, so those colours can be all year round for anything. But again, you get a mixture of the mirrored finish and the satin finish.
You do. Let's face it, we always use metallic card. Somewhere along the line, there will be a matte layer on your card with metallic card. But the golds in here, I love the golds, and the red, oh my word, that red is one of my favourites.
Beautiful. So they are £16.99 as well, £3 off, 868 188, and they're on their way. They are yours. Now, everything is going to be on the website for you. If you can't remember item numbers or prices or whatever, these prices, remember, are not the norm. We've got discount on these. I'm not sure when the price is going to go back up, but if you call in later on and you get told that it's $24.95 or whatever for the cardstock, you won't be happy. So order it during the show while we've got these discounts, while they're still there for you. And it's a great time to stock up on your basics, OK? Everything on the show, Hochanda.com, and you can look back at other shows as well, watch rewind of shows that maybe you've missed. And don't forget, coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes' time at 3 o'clock this afternoon, we've got a brand new show, Felting with Nick. It's the Felt and Dandy is what the show's called. This is Frenchie, who's actually been felted. Unbelievably. It looks so real.
So when we finish this show, I'm actually going to have a ringside chair. I'm not packing up. I'm sitting down watching that show.
Yeah, I bet you are. And we've got robins, we've got bees, we've got little rabbits and hares that you can make. The cutest monkeys as well on the counter.
You want to look at Nick's lapel as soon as he comes on air. Look at the lapel. Oh my word, the hair that he's got on there. It's not hair. It's a hair.
Rabbit hair.
Yeah.
Do that again. That's so good. OK, now we've got enough time to remind you of the glues that we got for you. The glue and tape runner bundle. And thank you for that endorsement, whoever it was that emailed in. Joan it was, to say that this tape runner's the best one she's ever used. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So in this collection, you have got your medium and your large glue. You have got your funky glue. Now, I don't know whether that funky glue will come looking like that. And I don't know whether that'll come looking like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing,
they have changed the packaging. So you may get a combination mixture of both of the packagings, but it's the same adhesive inside, okay? You've then got your tape runner, and as we look, take the front off, press just there and there behind, and all you do is pull the cartridge out.
All right.
And then the new cartridge just goes in, click it in, and it's ready to go, okay?
Superb.
So you also get that refill, but you also get your 2 little sticks as well. Really good if you want to reposition something. So say your stamp, you take your stamp off your wooden block, you can use that to stick your stamp onto your acrylic. You can use it as a moving agent to stick things down, but it does go on purple, and it dries completely clear.
You can see, if you were watching earlier where Jodie did that, look, you can't see any trace of that there now. Just a slight, you can just see it clearly, just see the clear solution. But it goes on purple and dries clear within a few minutes. So you can see exactly where you've put it. And like you said, if you've got, you know, eye issues or your vision isn't as good as it maybe once was, you can instantly see, hopefully, where that's gone.
You can see how fast it's drying.
Yeah.
This is drying already. Yes, we're under the studio lights, but it will dry really fast.
It's not that hot, though,
It's
is
not, no.
So,
Leonie had to put 2 cardigans on this morning. It's that cold in here today.
So that particular bundle gives you a little taster of virtually all the glues that are available. Well, there are others, of course, from Tonic as well, but this gives you a really good taster. £9.99 is the price for those glues, 131512, an ideal opportunity to stock up and try a few. Now, if you want to stock up on the one that you see Jodie use all the time, this is Jodie's glue of choice for most shows. This is the funky glue. Again, the packaging may be either like that or like that, but whichever turns up, it will be exactly the same product.
I'm a basic girl. I find something that suits me, that's me sticking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's me sticking. I'm not sorry, I didn't. That was a terrible pun. But this is my glue of preference, okay? This is the one that I use on my hand, okay? It's absolutely amazing.
Leslie, she's just come in halfway through the show.
Leslie.
She says, oops, just hammered my credit card.
Leslie,
Never mind, products are
have
excellent.
you seen my friend? If you came in halfway through, this is Frenchie.
Yeah.
Next hour.
This is what you can be making with the fantastic felting technique.
Look at his face, he's so
so
tune in the
real.
next hour and join me and Nick and Hayley playing with our felting needles.
It's been a long day.
I love him. He's beautiful. I'm sorry.
But yeah, you can make robins, you can make bumblebees, you can make what else is over there? Little hares as well. Really cute. Felton Dandy is coming up brand new at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, we've also got one of my hero products in my kitchen drawer at home are the Tim Holtz scissors.
Yeah.
You might think, so how can you get excited about scissors? As soon as you try them, you'll realise why everybody makes a big fuss about these.
Absolutely. You know, the scissors, and then the scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these are beautiful, beautiful scissors. Now, at first I thought, how am I going to get excited about scissors? Honestly, once you've had these, you will never ever use another pair of scissors. They have a lovely squidgy handle, so when you're using them for a long time, you don't get any markings in your hand. You've got the large ones, you've got the medium ones, you've got the black ones, these small snips. Now, they all come with protective little sleeves. This one does as well, but we didn't have a sample here in the studio, so I had to go to Powler's and nick hers.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so they are the large scissors.
Now, they are the same as the burgundy ones. It's just basically the new look. They're black handles rather than burgundy, but they're exactly the same scissor.
They're exactly the same scissor. You've also got your craft pick. Okay, now your craft pick is my desert island product. I would not be without it. I have I have 5 of them in my collection there. I also have 2 in my handbag, and I've got, I think, 2 or 3 spare ones in my car.
Right.
I will never be without them. They come in handy for so much thing. Like the other day, splinter in the finger.
Right.
I took my splinter out of my finger with
one of these?
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. I use them for everything.
But the main thing from my point of view is safety as well, because it retracts so that the actual point goes right back into the handle. So if you are putting them into a caddy or a tote bag, you're not going to stab yourself accidentally. So a very clever feature of that. $39.95 gets you the lot, and that's a £10 discount on these incredibly good quality scissors. Once you've used them, there's no going back, and you'll realise why we make such a fuss about the scissors, because they are like no other scissor I've ever used before.
Yeah.
You're going to get all 3 of them. I've only got 2 at home, the large and the medium size. You're going to get the small precision scissor and the pokey tool, and also, of course, the
And
distresser.
the paper distresser.
Yeah.
So this makes life so easy when you're distressing your cardstock. Now, you can go further in if you want certain segments more and more. So just work your card. You can see how easy it is to get that distressed look. But it's a professional stress edge, not just a...
Because normally if you try and do that with a pair of scissors, you end up ripping the card and then it's chucking the card
I end
away.
up taking my fingernails off. Go like that. And
Oh, not good. All of the offers, though, you'll find on the website if you go to hochanda.com. This is Jodie's final show for today, but all of those offers... Oh, excuse me. All of those offers, all those cardstock offers are there, and the prices are fine for now. I'm not sure when the prices are going to go up, but it won't be probably long before they go back to where they should be. When are you back, Jodie?
I am back on Friday for a one-day special.
Ooh, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, see you Friday. Now, Jodie's going to have a ringside seat for the next hour. She should be going home, but she's going to stay to watch the felting show, which is the Felton Dandy. Which is the Felton Dandy show. Nick will be the guest, and Hayley will be showing you how you can make characters just like him. OK, he's bigger than probably the characters you'll get to make in the show, but that shows you what you can potentially do if you kind of really invest into it.
I want to make the blue tick.
OK, well, I'm going to show you what's coming up, and then we've got details of the craft along that's coming soon, too. So yes, we've got Felting with Felt and Dandy. That's coming up in a couple of minutes' time, a brand new show for you. Then after that, at 4 o'clock, it's Foam Around Flowers, and it's the Gemini Foil Press one-day special final call. That'll be here at 5 o'clock. Now, if you're watching us over the weekend with the lovely Barbara Gray, you'll have heard really exciting news that we here at Hochanda are starting a regular monthly slot called The Craft Along. Now, every month there's going to be a 2-hour show where you can invest in products up front, ahead of the show, and actually craft in real time with our special guests. Now, the first one is going to be the lovely Barbara Gray. Also, we're going to have Leslie Wharton. She's going to be doing some. I know Jodie Johnson, who I've just been with. She's going to do some as well. I know also John Lockwood's going to be doing a craft along in the future too. So this is the first craft along bundle. Now, if you want to go for this bundle right now, we've got the details of it on our website if you have a little look at hochanda.com. What it shows you is the die, the stamps. You've also, of course, got your fantastic groovy plate there and a stencil and also some parchment. So quite simply, by buying this in advance, you'll have everything you need to then craft along with Barbara Gray on the 17th of February. That's the all-important date. So that is when Barbara will be on air for 2 hours, and you can be using these products with her. You can buy them on the day as well if you want to, but it's nice to be able to get them in advance so you can actually craft along with her for those 2 hours. And watch out for more craft alongs coming once a month, every month from now on. Now, if you do want to order this, you will also get, if you order it right now, a £5 voucher, which you can redeem against other products that you'll find under the craft along section on our website hochanda.com. Okay, that's for things like inks and paper, stuff that maybe you need to stock up on as well. So that's the offer. If you go to the website, you'll find out the item number, you'll find out the price, you'll see the details as well. But craft along, make a note in your diary, will be on air Sunday the 17th.
Hello, my name's Catherine Sturrock and I bring to Hochanda my sugar button designs. I work in collaboration with Katie Sue Designs, who bring to Hochanda some fantastic moulds. Sugar button designs are the whimsical characters which I create. They were created first by hand, and then Katie Sue did their magic and turned them into silicone moulds which are used widely in the cake decorating and the crafting area. I tend to use air dry clay with the moulds, and there are many different designs, from garden snail through to a fairy through to animals. Hopefully from our range, everyone of all ages and all abilities will find something that will suit them and maybe start a new craft. So I hope you can watch out for Sugar Buttons and Katie Sue Designs on Hochanda.
Hello there and welcome back. Well, guess what? We've got a brand new guest, got a brand new company here at Hochanda. We've got brand new little fairy friends around us.
Loads of them. Loads of them all over the place.
And this is Nick. Nick's come to us from Felt and Dandy. You can see obviously the company details on the screen. But you know me, I'm nosy. Have you? Some of those that knows to you as well? Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you come to be here today.
It's a long story. I was a felting widower for a good many years. My wife got into felting about 7 years ago. I hated it. My house was full of fibres. I could hear a noise like this the whole time when we were watching telly. It was driving me nuts. And about 7 years in, I decided it was a case of move out to the shed with the dog. And just before I did, I picked up the needles and I had to go myself. And guess what? I was hooked. And I sold the first piece I made and started doing workshops and spreading the word, and I became a kind of a felting geek.
I love it.
There you go.
Well, I love it. It's a fabulous story as well. So, if you want to welcome Nick, then he's only here for this first initial hour. Needless to say, he's going to be back at future shows, but for today, this is the only live show. So if you've got any questions, any emails that you're wanting to email in and welcome in, then by all means, please do. And if you'd like to be a part of a kind of little bit of fun project that we're having with regard to have a look at this little brooch that we've got here, do you fancy winning this? I know I certainly would do. So with regards to this, we're looking at lots of different items, including our fabulous little dog on the counter here. So what are we going to do to actually win this? What do we reckon?
I think we're going to need to come up with a really cool name for this guy.
Okay, so for this little chappy here, is it a little boy, is he, or could he be a little girl?
It could be either.
Oh,
I mean, it's really down to you guys out there. Just tell me what this little hair looks like.
I love it.
Beautiful little hair. It's got this little spotty cream
really,
ruff.
really sweet.
And, you know, you can just fire away with the names.
That's it. So if you want to get in touch, studio@hochanda.com. We'll bring those names through to the studio and let Nick choose a little bit later on. But get in nice and early, that is the key thing. But of course, Nick, you bought some fabulous projects. We can see all around us here. But we're going to start off with the dancing ones. Now, I'm going to move this little creature because I love it. I'm going to give him a little cuddle as we go. So tell us about what we've got here.
Right. So this is our range of dancing creatures, dancing felted creatures. So you've got a dancing hare, or bear even, a mouse, and a hare.
I love them.
and they come as kits.
Okay.
And the kits have all you need to make a beautiful little
Love it.
creature like that.
That makes it nice and easy, because that means we just need the one item number, and that's it, we can get hold of them. Now, they are all on the same item number, so if you do fancy going for more than one of these, you can do. You can see the different options on your screen there, the bear, your mouse, and your hare. And I love the way that you've got these displayed, because they literally look like they're taking flight,
Yes,
and
they're
they're leaping into the air.
Little dancers about to jeté or pirouette off somewhere.
Oh, I'm not very good with my
No,
ballet.
no, I'm not either.
But I love these. And down in front here, we can see all the elements. So let's talk about the wool. Are they wool tops?
They are carded wool fibres, so
Okay.
sheep's wool. They are carded rather than tops, so you get a lovely random fibre.
Nice.
And that means that when you put your needle into them, rather than with tops where you get straight fibres, and you put a needle in and it really might touch just a few fibres, when you put a felting needle into a random structure, it contacts lots of fibres, it draws them in, felts them together, gets rid of the air, and that's what gives you that
So do you
felting
kind of
effect.
get, from what you've said there, quicker results with this?
Absolutely, absolutely. This
perfect.
is just what you need. If you're doing 3D felting, then you really need a carded wool with random fibres. So these are just right for
I love it.
making little 3D
Now, we are
creatures.
very, very busy on the website. Busy as well for names that are coming through. I'll share some of those with you a little bit later on. But I love it because depending on which of those kits you go for, you've got either the ribbon, you've also got things like the little bit of lace there for the tutu and a little rose.
They come absolutely complete. So yeah, if you're making a mouse ballerina, then you've got to have the tutu. You can't have a ballerina without a tutu.
Definitely not.
And certainly not without a little pearl necklace, holding a little flower, and with a
Beautiful.
little ballerina's crown
You've even
on
got the
top.
crown in
Yeah,
there too.
absolutely. It's all in there, and you know, you should be able to come out of making a kit with everything you need.
I love it. Now, of course, we have got demonstrations, which I'm quite keen to get to in a little while, but we need to tell you about these kits. But for the time being, the kit on your screen there is a choice of 3 different characters, or all 3 if you can't choose between them. Freedom members, you've got a discounted price as well, so why not take advantage of these? £15.29, very affordable, I have to say. Bearing in mind, you've got everything, and of course, those tools you could go on and use it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, you've got your mat, you've got your needles. The world's your oyster. Once you start felting, if it's your thing, you could be felting ballerinas forever. You could be felting ice lollies, hamburgers, little Frenchy dogs like that. So there's no stopping you.
And we'll show you some of those other characters as the hour progresses. But how about let's get busy, let's get bzzy with these little characters. And I love these. These are definitely healthy little bumblebees.
They are. They've probably had a little bit too much pollen over
They might have
Christmas. But yeah, they're really jolly. They're a lovely starting point, a nice straightforward kit, and you get to make 6 in the kit, which is fantastic. You've got all the bits and pieces that you need, the little acetate for the wings and the crowns, the whole thing. And they're just so much fun, fun to make.
Full colour instructions as well with each one of these kits, incidentally. So even if you are brand new to needle felting, I'm guessing that you've got all the information that you need there.
Now, that's what makes Felt and Dandy. That's what we're about. It's actually the instructions. One thing that we do a lot of is we do a lot of workshops. And it's crucial when you're doing a workshop that you actually take people through the stages that matter. And so these instructions, they're not just written, they're not just photographic, there's also stencils and templates for some of the kits for sizes, but they take you through every important step. And that's the difference. So with something like this, you're going to get in the region of 60 or 70 photographs and stages which you'll go through.
That's good.
With the dancers, they're about 120 steps. They've all got supporting photos. We road tested them, strangely enough, on my colleagues in an office in Sweden who were non-felters and non-English speakers as first language.
Oh, I see.
And I gave them some and said, look, there you go. Take them away, see what you can make of that, and let me know. Being good Swedes, of course, they did straight away. But that's one of the ways we've developed the kits.
Idea. Love it. Now again, another very affordable bundle, £17.09 if you're a Freedom member. And again, do add this one into your basket alongside anything else. But do bear in mind, 10% of the stock has gone of this bundle already. So we've got a busy hour. 932 227 if you fancy getting hold of these. One more kit to tell you about before we head over to the demo area, and these are robins. I absolutely adore robins. They're such friendly little creatures.
Well, they're an all year rounder, these ones. So it's not just about Christmas. You get 5 lovely little robins in the set. They come on their little log slices as well, with the little legs. So you've got the full set. You can have a mini flock of robins twittering
aren't
around.
they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And like you say, I mean, the attention to detail, because there's elements in it. I wouldn't know the first place to go to get those little pieces, but of course they are included within the kit. I love the way that you actually package the needles up as well, because this is important, isn't it? Safety.
You get 3 needles, and obviously the small elements as well. So you've got things like the eyes there as well in that little tube, and that will keep them nice and safe, and hopefully you won't lose them either. And yeah, you get everything you need. The little logs, little milliner's wire here, which is designed for the legs, but obviously is used in hat making, but it just makes these sweet little legs, and they just go into those log slices, and then obviously all the right fibres, and that makes a big difference.
I love it. Our phone lines and website have gone into meltdown. If you want to take advantage of the kit that we've been chatting about, 785 800 £18.99. We're busy. The website is the place to go. If you're looking to place your order, as we head down to the demo area, please jump onto the website. You can see you've got incredible discounts there for our Freedom members. Now, if you have got your tools already and you fancy kind of stocking up on all those materials, then you can do that as well. We have got the kits available, but we have got those raw elements too as well, so you can pop those in. And of course, don't forget, if you're wanting to go for the materials kits as an add-on to the original bundle, because let's face it, when you start making these, you're going to be wanting to make more of them. Add one of those into as well. Keep those suggestions coming. I know that we've been very busy already, and we will share with you some of those in a few moments. But I want to know one thing is, how do we get started, Nick?
How does it work? Well, first and foremost, you can't felt without a felting needle.
Okay.
And a felting needle is a special needle which is derived from the sort of needles you find in felting machines, which make sheets of fuzzy felt and that sort of thing. And a felting machine will have hundreds, maybe even thousands, as many as 10,000 of these needles in. And basically what you have there is a fine end to the needle, and it's got little barbs on it. And those barbs go into your fibre, and they catch on the fibre, and as they do so, you hear this lovely little crunching sound as they knit together, and they'll actually start felting the fibres together. So what we're going to do is we're going to make, very simply and very quickly, just a round ball. Now, if I take a piece of fibre like that and I start poking at it like so, I will get a round ball probably in about April.
Okay, fair enough.
So, what we do, first and foremost, is we always prepare our fibre for the kind of shape that we're going to make by helping it along the way. So we're going to make a little ball here. So I'm just going to squish it a little bit, and that will take a lot of the air out. It will compact it, and when I put my needle in, you'll get this little crunchy sound.
Oh, I can hear that.
Yeah, can you
it's
hear
almost
that?
like treading on snow.
Yeah. Get a little crunchy sound, and that is the needle picking up the fibres and just drawing them in. And once we do that, those fibres will bind with each other, and they will start to hold a shape. Okay.
Now we're already getting some of those names coming through. Penny has mentioned the name of Horace. Horace the Hare. I like that idea. Yeah.
Good
Keep them
stuff.
coming. Now, I noticed that the needle that you're working with has got a handle. Is this something that you kind of adapted for your own use?
But it really depends. Some people like to use the needle
just as it comes,
naked, as it were, straight in, and I quite favour that. But then other people find that after a while, that's quite a strain. And you know, certain people may have challenges in holding a needle like that. So you can buy these little holders, and you just pop your needle in. The main thing with these is when you get them, just make sure you've got one that allows you to change the needle. Because a lot of them don't. A lot of them, once you break your needle, you have to throw the holder away.
Oh dear.
So
lovely.
So Now, I've just picked up another tool which has got 3 needles in it. I'm just going to speed myself along just a little bit.
Now, of course, as time goes on, we're going to see Nick again. We know we are, because he's so popular already. So much so we're having to make phone calls. So, of course, time will come on. We'll have different tools. We'll have all these different things that we can grow with. But initially, all you need, really, is that sponge and that needle.
You've got to have a surface to work on. Okay. Now, you can use a foam like this. You can use a brush. You could even use something like a little Hessian bag with rice in it, if you like. But a piece of good foam is the ideal starting point. You've got to have a felting needle, because without that you're going nowhere. And then some fluff. And it can be any kind of fluff. The main secret is those random fibres, but you can use wool, sheep's wool. I use a lot of alpaca, angora, all kinds of things. And I get people ringing me up all the time and emailing me and asking whether or not they could felt with their dog's hair or whatever.
Oh, right,
And the answer is sometimes you can.
Depends on what you
give it a go.
I suppose you wouldn't get a lot of hair off a Chihuahua, though, would you?
You could try.
Maybe a bit more off a St Bernard.
You could try.
Now, on my Facebook page, my Hochanda Facebook page, I've actually shared your social media page as well. So if you do want to get in touch with Nick and Felton's Andy, then you can see on there, and we'll see lots of ideas. I mean, some of the characters that we've got behind us, you'll actually find on there too as well. I mean, look at these little cows. I'm going to duck down slightly just so you can have a look. These are amazing. So is this hear no, see no, and speak no?
That's absolutely right. We're about to start what I'm calling the orangutan tour, which is a series of workshops where we're going to be making orangutans.
I love
because everybody's wild about them at the moment.
They're so funny, though, I catch them.
So, yeah, and they're just made same way, just with a little bit of sheep's wool, and they're made around a wire frame. Nice. Now, the main thing is with felting and wool, it's great. It will go anywhere you want. It will assume any shape you want. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really take a lot of weight. And there are times when it needs a little bit of help. And that is to say, if you want to make an arm or a leg or something like that. So most felts that you see out there, the orangutans and Frenchie included, will have a little armature in them, or a frame.
Okay.
All right. So a bit later,
because otherwise it's going to be a lot of fibres, isn't it?
Well, it's still a lot of fibres in something like that. But actually, if you want to be able to bend and pose your felty, then you need a little something in there. And so the kits have them in, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute.
Wonderful, I love it. The thing that I'm noticing as well is that we're having a conversation as well. It's not like you're shutting yourself away anyway, you're not having to concentrate. You can interact with the rest of the family while you're
just got to concentrate enough not to stab yourself.
There is that.
Okay, there's that thing. But that is, for me, that is the best thing about felting, because you just have to park a little something while you do it. And usually the little something that I park is a worry or a little moment that I can kind of do without for a while.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's nice, but it doesn't stop you talking to people. Exactly. It doesn't stop you talking to people at all.
Right, so let's get some names in the hat, so to speak. Paula, good suggestion. Hattie the hare. Liking this one as well. Jane, she's been in touch as well. Oh, sorry, no, it's Mark. I do apologise. How do I get Jane mixed up with Mark? That's my fault, to apologise. I mean, it's from Jane. Oh, she wants to call it Marquis. Oh, that's
quite posh, isn't it?
That is definitely a Felton's Andy kind of name.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Oh, now you're talking. That. Vivian, you've been in touch as well. Oh, some very grand names. Horatio.
Yeah, Horatio is out there. It's in the lead for me, personally, at the moment.
Margaret as well. Margaret, what was Margaret's suggestion? Henry the hare. I noticed a pattern coming with all of these as well.
Lots of H's coming through.
Joanne Hartley. Now, that's a name that rings a bell. Hartley hair.
It does.
People of a certain name will remember, a certain age, should I say, will know that name.
But I think, you know, Hartley might have given a few nightmares to some kids.
Well, that's true. He was a bit of a scary rabbit, wasn't he?
He was a bit grisly at times. He was a bit.
We've got lots of people liking the name Ruffle as well, because, of course, that fabulous colour.
Yeah, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
I love it.
So what I'm doing now is, when we felt, we can actually just help manipulate our fibres by rubbing them and poking them and pushing them into the shape we want. So if we're making something that is round, it doesn't hurt to rub it like a piece of plasticine or dough,
Okay, yeah.
like a dough ball, and it will just start to take a round shape. Doesn't felt the wool, because felting needs to actually bind the fibres together, but it kind of shows it where to go. And if you can show the wool where to go, you can follow it up with the needle and you can make it happen.
I love that idea.
So-
It kind of seals it, doesn't it, the
Yeah.
needle? You put it into that position and using the needle seals it.
So you can-
Now, we've just had another name in. Mary has come up with the name of Barnum. Very
Barnum the hare,
topical,
yes.
yeah.
I like that kind of
one.
showiness, yes, that appeals.
Definitely a little showman, isn't he? I love it. Fabulous.
Okay, so that's how you make a very basic ball
Okay, wonderful.
out of felt.
Do like that
Very
idea.
quick and easy, and you can make cones, squares, whatever you want. Dead easy to do.
I love it.
Very
So that's
quick.
kind of the first thing. I'm guessing
That's your first
you'd use
step.
that. What would you use that for? Heads, bodies?
Yeah, a head, or well, I just put one that obviously that I was doing earlier. A little snowman.
Hey, there you go.
all right, but time to put him away.
Love it.
But yeah, so you can do all kinds of things like that. But as I say, if you're going to limit yourself just to sort of fixing one round or square shape to another, you're going to miss the world of arms, legs and feet and all that sort
I
of
love
stuff.
it. Should we very quickly show you those characters again? Because we've got the details on the screen for that kit, just while Nick gets himself ready for his next demo, if that's okay. So these are brilliant. You've got on the website all the different characters that we've been chatting about. Just going to let Nick get himself ready, because he's going to teach us about arms and legs in a few moments. So we'll join him again in a minute. But of course, we've got those incredible characters that you could be adding in. Those wonderful woodland needle felt kits, as you can see there. We've got 3 different options with this. We need to have a chat with Nick because we're very busy, so I'm going to step away for a few moments so we can have a business meeting live on air. How interesting is that? Now, have a look at these characters. These are absolutely adorable. We've got our 3 beautiful dancing woodland characters here, and of course you can see your different options that you've got with regards to these. You've got your hare, you've got your mouse, and of course you've got the fabulous little bear there as well. The bear with his little ruffle, his clown hat there as well, and of course holding his little red balloon there. The little oh look, it's like a little fairy mouse, but no wings this time, but we have got a tutu, got a fabulous little crown there, and of course you can see her holding that beautiful rose pearl necklace as well. How beautiful is that? The attention to detail with these is incredible. Then the next one that we've got is our hare, and absolutely adorable. How graceful does it look? Absolutely beautiful, with his fabulous little ruffle there. Brilliant. I love him. Absolutely adorable, and such brilliant value for money. Each one of these kits we are looking at £15.29 if you're a Freedom member, and they are all on the same item number, so really easy for you to take advantage of these and get them into your basket. Because I don't know about you, but I couldn't choose between these 3 characters. I think they all need to come home together. But with each one of those kits you have got everything that you need, so we're kind of panning across the different kits that we've got. So for instance, we're looking at the little tutu there. You've got the tutu for your little ballerina, you've got that fabulous rose, and the thing that I love is you've got that fabulous little crown there that's going to sit on her head, and then you've also got the wonderful little beaded necklace too. Now you've seen she's a little tiny thing, so I'm sure that you'll have more than enough there, perhaps to make your 2nd or 3rd little ballerina. So you might want to add in some of those additional kits which you've got at the bottom. So these are for the materials without the patterns. But needless to say, every single one of those kits that you're going for, whether it's the mouse, whether it's the hare, or whether it is the bear, you're going to get comprehensive instructions. And this is brilliant because, as you heard from Nick, they pride themselves on their tuition, their education, and making sure that the moment this arrives you are able to get cracking. So you can see here you've got lots and lots of pictorial images there that you're going to be able to follow step by step to create your amazing characters. You've even got, with some of these, depending on which ones you're going for, you might even have a template as well to help you get that realism. And I think that's the thing that is astounding with these kits, is the realism that you've got from these characters. Absolutely beautiful. Now, for the time being, the Felt and Dandy kit for your hare, for your mouse, or for your bear, it's on your screen. So 347647 being the item number should you need. The hare is just kind of a hair's breadth ahead of everybody else. Did you see what I did there? A third of the stock has gone of those ones. So if that is your choice, you need to be getting on those websites and phone lines as soon as you can. Bear in mind, this is Nick's only show today, so you need to be quick. But those little bumblebees, you're loving these too as well. They are adorable, absolutely beautiful. And of course, we've seen the tuition of how you can get those shapes to start to form. Now, I've not worked with this kit, but I think Nick's shown us just how easy it is. So perhaps if you fancy having a go at felting, this might be your first choice of kit. 932 227 £18.99. 99 Freedom members, £17.09. Brilliant value for money. But the next one we need to tell you about is the robins. You are loving the robins. They are adorable. I think you like I love these. They're such friendly little characters. Now with these, again, you're going to get everything that you need. So you can see all the fibres there to build up your design. You've got the little pieces of a log there as well for your little robins to sit on. You've got your milliner's wire there as well to create their fabulous little legs. And you're going to be able to make 5 of these wonderful little characters. £17.09 if you fancy getting that kit, but I don't think you'll be stopping there. I think you'll be stocking up on some of those additional elements too as well. What are we up to, Nick?
Right, okay. I'm just furbishing a bit of wire with some fibres.
Okay.
Now, the secret weapon here is what we now call a chenille modelling stick.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, won't go there, but there you go. But the secret ingredient is basically the chenille bristles, because as you wrap the fibres around the modelling stick, those bristles hold on. Okay.
Clever.
So what we're doing here is purely offering the first layer of fibre up to the chenille. Okay. After that, we can build an arm, we can build a leg, we could put a hand on, we can do anything we want. But the first step is purely to get that fibre onto those pieces of wire. And so we can use a little chenille stick like this. If we're making something a bit heavier, we could actually double up the pipe cleaner to make it a little bit thicker. If we're making Frenchy, we put an aluminium rod inside him, and we still cover it with pipe cleaners. And it still does the same thing for us. Okay.
Love it. Now we've had loads and loads of emails come in with names. I think we might have to filter these down, perhaps to maybe 2 or 3 names, and then perhaps let Nick make that final decision with regards to these. So yeah, keep them coming because we haven't closed those doors on them yet. Harriet is one of the names that's come. Is it Harriet that's sent in Rufus, or Rufus and Harriet are both names? So there's nice names coming through.
Both. I'm loving the H's, but I think we maybe might try and look for a couple that haven't got an H as well.
Oh, throwing a curveball into the mix there,
yeah,
Nick.
I'm loving the. I'm not saying that we wouldn't go for an H, but I don't think we should just choose all H's. I like Ruffle before as well.
Yeah, Ruffle was a nice one. Speedy as well. That's another one that's come through.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so basically, I just carry on wrapping that fibre around.
A big cotton bud almost.
Exactly, exactly. Because when I get to the end, you didn't see me start it off because obviously. That was a little bit earlier, but when I get to the end, I'm just going to roll the fibre around, and notice that I am rolling the chenille stick and not the fibre. I'm just going to come to about 1 centimetre from the end, and I'm just going to clip the pipe cleaner over, and that's going to hold everything in place. And yeah, as you said before, looks a little bit like a cotton bud. I'm just going to give an extra little wrap there and pull the excess away, or you could cut it away. Then pop it down on my brush mat, but you could be using the foam. I'm using the mat at this point. Okay. And give it a few prods. Now, it's not very tidy at the moment, but don't worry about that. There's 2 things we can do. Firstly, we can carry on working it to make it nice and tidy. And secondly, what we do, again, we borrow from the world of wet felting. We just take things in our hands, give them a little rub. And what this does, again, it shows us where we've got thin bits and thick bits, and what bits we might need to build up, and what kind of result we can work towards. So once we smooth out some of these lumps and bumps, we can then carry on working with our needle. You see that's already a lot smoother. And just carry on slowly working, prodding away, almost at the wire.
Very clever.
And knitting it all together.
I love it now. Rebecca's been in touch. She's come up with Barnaby.
Oh. Yes, like Barnaby a lot.
That could be on the short list.
That's got possibilities. Barnaby. So there you've got something that could form arms, legs, whatever. But and it's exactly the same technique that we would use for the little dancing creatures as well.
Love it. And of course you're going to get full instructions with each one of those kits. So whichever one you're going for, you know that the tools are there, the needles there, you've got that fabulous little foam block there that's going to help you too as well. And these are the kind of characters you could be building. And I'm guessing that once you've learned how to put these together, you might even have a go at designing your own too, I suppose,
absolutely.
as time goes on.
Yeah, sure. And you know, anything goes, as I said before. It's not just little fluffy creatures. It's hamburgers for some people, it's fairies, it's unicorns, it's cartoon characters, it's pebbles.
Well, it could be
anything.
ice lollies. I mean, who
Oh,
would have thought you
ice
could
lollies
felt
and
ice
cornets.
lollies? Have a look
Of
at these
course.
behind us. They are adorable. I love these. These are so clever. You can see there, we've even got sprinkles on top of these.
Absolutely.
Adorable. I love the little mermaid there. We've got a little blue tip there on a cotton reel as well. And I'm going to bring one of these in because these are absolutely amazing. This is kind of the bigger version of the brooch that we've been just looking at. And of course, same skills.
Yes,
it's just that know-how that you're building up.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that and that does look like it's real. It looks like it's ceramic or something like that.
That's a piece made by my wife. Obviously, Felt and Dandy is my wife and I. Alison's very into little birds and hares. I do a lot of dogs, I do cats, I do the weird and wonderful stuff as well.
I love it.
So I do
Alison, you're a genius. And we need to meet you here at Hochanda, so come along and say hello.
Oh, she's very shy. You might.
Oh,
Depends.
bless
If
her.
you're really good, she might come
We're ever
out.
such a friendly bunch. You don't have to come onto camera. Just come along and meet us. So, you've got a little piece of paper
Right.
here.
Well, just keying into what we were just doing, obviously the kits themselves have a template in. Now, the function of the template is to show you how to make a little wire body for our creature, and I'll show you the
Lovely.
the little guys later. But also, the idea of the template, and I think a lot of kits can miss this, is that if you work to this template, it's a size template. It means that you get just the right size, just the right outcome. All the wools that you've got will be perfectly adequate, and there'll always be spare as well.
I love it. It keeps
So it just
things in
keeps you right.
proportion as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely. It just keeps you right.
I'm sorry, what was that name that came? I was concentrated on that. Cornelius. Oh, I
Oh.
say.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Oh.
I like Cornelius.
This short list is turning into a long list.
Yeah.
I love it. Cornelius. Who sent Cornelius in? Sylvia. Like that one? Very glamorous.
Good
Like it.
stuff. Good stuff. So, yeah. So it's the same discipline. It's making these little furbished
So it's kind of
pipe
like making
cleaners
your limbs.
that will give you a little body to
I
work.
love it. Now, can you talk us around how you'd actually attach them to the body, or how you kind of give the
absolutely.
body a bit more meat, so to
Absolutely.
speak?
Yeah. Well, I'll just grab actually one of these.
Mojo, that's another name. Catherine's brought that name forward into the mix as well, so like that idea.
Now, this guy's a little bit anorexic for me.
We need a bit. He needs a hot meal, doesn't he? Bless
Yeah, he
him?
does. He's a little bit lacking, but basically we've been wrapping fibre around him. What we're going to do is we're going to give him a little bit more tummy.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to take a little piece of this lovely fibre. This is Shetland Morit. It's really nice. It's got a lovely colour. It's a bit sheepy. Your cats and dogs are going to like this. Okay.
Well, I can't smell sheep from here, so we're all right.
But we're just going to pop that on his tummy like so, and let's just clear a little bit of room.
Ooh.
And I'm just going to... He doesn't feel a thing at this stage, all right? Believe you me.
Is that a local
He doesn't
anaesthetic?
feel a
We're
thing.
all right.
So what we're going to do, we're just going to put loosely, and we always attach, when we're making a new shape, we'd always attach it with a single needle.
And I notice you're kind of going around the edge of this. So is it kind of
I just
sealing
want
the
to
two
fix
pieces
it
together?
in place so that when I start working one end, it doesn't pull away as
Okay,
such.
lovely.
Okay, so I just fixed it all around the edges like so. He's gone from one extreme to the other now. Okay, but this is all soft, and we're going to felt it in quite firmly. So
Okay.
now that I've fixed it at the edges, I'm just going to work into the middle and slowly and quite randomly work in with the needle to the point where that all starts to firm up and it comes down in size. And what you'll find is that your fibres will reduce, as you felt them, by 50 to 70%. So the bulk of what you're doing will just get tighter and tighter and denser as it goes down.
Now, Bertie's a suggestion that's been made by Karen.
Good name.
Bertie, like Bertie. Colette, she's suggested Basil as well. Some really good names coming out here. Knew we could rely on you guys out there for names.
That's great.
Oh my goodness, I think we might have to get another ream of paper put in the printer at this rate with all of these names coming through. And it's really good to have your interaction in this hour, because if you have just joined us, we're about the halfway point of the hour now, and this is Nick. Nick has come to us from Felton's Andy, and you are loving Felton's Andy, and you're loving Nick too as well, so lots of positive messages coming through for you,
Good.
Nick.
It's great to be here. It's really lots of fun being here today.
I love it. And of course we're talking about needle felting. We've got the details on the screen for a variety of different kits, including the dancing hair that we've just seen you working on.
So obviously I've just given him a bit of a tummy. Obviously you smooth it out a little bit more. But the other thing, as I was saying before about the legs, is he's got a straight leg here and he's got one with a little bit of contour. Now having the pipe cleaner stroke modelling stick in there really allows you to just give him a little bit of attitude and pose, etc. And that's what you want with a kit. So he could be dancing, he could be about to do the dying swan.
As we're seeing around, I mean, we've got the robins with the cotton reels and different things like this. So you could actually make up a little scene if you wanted to as well. So have a look at these. These are adorable. Perhaps you could take your hair and have him holding something if you wanted, if you didn't want to turn him into a little dancing hair. It's your creative license. You can create as you like. But I love these on this little sewing kit here. Absolutely adorable.
Yeah,
brilliant value for money as well. Lots of you loving these kits.
Yeah, I mean, you know, anything goes. So he could be holding a little heart. He could be holding a sandwich.
Could be holding an engagement ring for somebody, couldn't he?
Now, it's only
you could make him down on one knee.
People should be talking about Valentine's already.
Should be thinking about it, definitely.
So it could all be very soon.
I love it. Now, if you fancy getting hold of any of these kits, we've got the details on the screen for the dancing kit, where you've got either the hair as one of your choices, you've got the mouse, you've got your bear as well. 3 different options, and these are the fabulous little characters that you've got to decide which you're going to go for. But you know what? I don't think I could separate my ideas with these because I want them all. Now, the hair, just to let you know, half of the stock the hair has gone. And of course, that's the one that we've seen with that tummy being built just a few moments ago. And he is racing ahead of the other guys. But again, equally so, you are loving your ballerina and you are loving your little bear there too as well. £15.29 if you're a Freedom member. That's delivered to your door. And that is whether you are in the UK, America, or of course Europe as well. We have lots of people watching from Europe too as well. 347-647 if you fancy getting hold of these. And I love it. And it's so elegant. It just looks so
just great,
sweet.
aren't they? But just remember, they can't see or feel anything. Well, without eyes,
can't see anything, full
it's not
stop.
really going anywhere. So I'll show you how to put the eyes in.
Okay, well, I think we're making some more frantic phone calls, so it might be a good idea for us to do it now.
Okay,
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely,
Lovely.
absolutely.
Okay.
So, basically,